It is time to check in with Montreal Police Chief Fady Dagher. Yesterday, big day, press conference. The chief was there. So was Montreal Mayor Valerie Plante. Looking back on 2023 and how things have gone as far as crime is concerned in the city. Chief Dagher, thank you so much again for your time this afternoon. Appreciate you taking it.
Hello, Mr. Rand.
Let me begin. Don't call me Mr. Rand because that's going to make me feel very old. Aaron is fine.
Okay, Aaron.
Let me start with the good stuff in here, if I can say that. You look back from 2022 to 2023, gun crimes have in fact gone down, and I know that was a big concern. We've talked before about this. Are you happy with what you've seen?
Yes, we are. We are happy. To be honest with you, our police officer, our investigators did a great job. But I think it's not only about the police officers, it's about the community. When everybody takes charge of the youth and make sure that the people stay on the right track, it became a society issue and not only the police. So yes, we are happy. We still don't know what's going to happen in 2024, so let's be careful with the data and let's continue working all the partners together to make the difference for this year.
So let me go to that. I found that interesting when you say, let's not get our hopes up too high. Yes, we did better in 2023 than in 2022. Why can't we say if, there are people, and I know this is a big part of what you do as chief, having people in the communities, social centers, people who are not police, go out there and meet with and talk to kids in the community. Why don't you think we can look at 2024 if things went this well to suggest they may continue to go this way?
Well, this is a great question because I can tell you why I'm very skeptic. I want to be careful because organized crime right now in Quebec, in Montreal, don't have real leaders. They are looking for leaders, and since there's empty space, empty spot, they're trying to fight between each other to see who's going to take over to control the organized crime. So when this happened, it became on the street, it creates some insecurity and people start shooting against each other, as we saw in Montreal North recently, 2 days ago. Two cars were shooting next to each other. So as long as the old people, the old mentality of organized crime don't take the control, I'm scared that we're going to be observing some issues during the summer. But again, last summer we see the same thing and didn't happen. So we have to work very hard, and I think we have the right team with the City of Montreal, with our police officers, with the partners, with the community partners, to continue and making sure that Montreal stays safe.
I want people to understand what you just said, and I think it's important, right? People in this city, we would think there were one or two groups. It used to be Hell's Angels. It used to be the mafia, whatever it was, controlling organized crime. You're now seeing that change, right? There are many individual groups all fighting for turf.
Yeah, and the street gangs now are fighting. We never saw the bikers being attacked the way they were attacked in the Quebec City. So this is unusual. And when there's an empty space, empty market, it doesn't stay long. It doesn't stay empty. So people want to take over because there's a lot of money involved. So that's why I'm saying, and you're absolutely right. We used to be all the bikers, all the mafia, and we used to have even sometimes some collaboration between those two. And just the person who was doing who was the mediator between the two groups, he was a black gentleman. He was killed recently. So him again, when you kill the mediator between the two groups, so that gives you more the idea of what can happen during the whole year if the replacement is not being controlled and if nobody takes over.
So I want to go to one other thing that I mentioned off the top. So when you say gun crimes were down, I think I saw a number that 774 guns were seized last year. Who's doing a better job of this? Is this happening at the border? Why are you doing as well as you are as far as gun seizures are concerned?
Well, I think at the border we still have some issues, and we were working very, very, very close with the agency. But still, the guns are through the borders are still passing from the state to Canada. Don't forget, we have the longest border in the world between the Canada and the United States, and this is the place in the United States where you have the most gun in circulation. So it's extremely difficult to control the importation of those guns. But in Montreal, we've been working a lot. We are targeting suspects. We are not just fishing. Now we are hunting. We have information. We have intel telling us this person and that person is carrying a gun. Before he was able to use it, we do the prevention. We arrest the person and we seize the gun before. Even for the stolen cars, I think you heard about the summit that happened in Ottawa last week. Now with this crime, with the stolen car crime, there's a lot of people. Those suspects are carrying guns on them. So even when we arrest those people at home with a warrant, we go inside, we arrest them for the stolen car, we seize the gun. That's why it's been such a high number. 774 handguns have been seized, and 351 arrestations.
So you mentioned the stolen cars. I wasn't going to ask you this, but you brought up stolen cars. We know yesterday the Sûreté said 53 cars were recovered, stolen cars at the Port of Montreal. My question was simply going to be, if you're a person, I know some of those cars, I think 30 some odd were from Quebec. Do you call Montreal police to say, I heard these cars were recovered, maybe my car was here? What do you do?
Yeah. Yes, you call the Montreal police, and us, we will do the connection with the port and with the agency.
Okay.
The borders agency, yes.
Okay, so you can call Montreal police, not a matter of trying to get a hold of someone at the port or Sûreté. All right. The next thing I want to ask, and I know this is something we talked about last time you were in studio, recruitment was an issue for the police. You had a lot of people leaving the force. It was difficult to recruit people. That seems to be turning around.
It's been turning around. We're very, very pleased to announce that we have 91 police officers in the net, meaning after you calculate the people who are retiring, people who quit, or people who got fired, we have 91 police officers, brand new police officers in the service. So it's a great news, but what is even better, for decades, we did have issues with more than 10 or 20 years to be able to hire more minority visible people or ethnic people. Montreal police, we used to have 25 to 26 spots every year to have to have those people coming in the force. Well, imagine this year, 2023, we had 113 compared to 25. So it's almost to 5 times more minority visible people, ethnic people, and social background came inside the police force. That's a huge progress. That's a huge. Honestly, it's remarkable what the team in Montreal, the recruitment team did to be able to hire. So now we hired around 20% of the total recruitment in 2023. 20% come from those groups.
So that is a huge change. And yeah, congratulations on that. Obviously, the program seems to be working in terms of attracting more diverse people to join the force, which is great news. I would have to ask you, of course, and I know we talked about this last time as well, hate incidents around the city. I think things seem to have calmed down a bit, but we still hear that this is going on. I think you mentioned originally when we spoke that the city was basically the police force was spending $2 million in extra security and overtime to have people patrolling. Where are we at now? Okay,
so I think we even almost got to $3 million on visibility. What we did, you're right, the tension went down, less demonstration, but we are very connected with the leaders of the two parts of the community to be able to make sure that we're going to be present on the strategic time. It's not the quantity, it's going to be the quality of the visibility. And when we are in the neighborhood, what the community needs us to do. So to give you an example, the commanders of the the police station of the different neighborhood are in connection with with some leaders of leaders of the Jewish community, and those leaders tell us, please be present between those times, and it will be enough for us. We're going to be feel secure. Like example will be Shabbat time between this time and that time. So we are able to put the police officer present, standing outside the car, going to talk to the community. Same thing on the Arab and Muslim community. We are doing the same thing. We are being present, but we cannot be like before, 24/7 So, and the tension went down, but still we stay vigilant. We want to be really careful. When we look at numbers on the hate incident and hate crime, it came back to the same numbers that we used to have in January 2022.
Okay.
2023, same number as 2024. So for now, we are back to the same stat.
Okay, so I guess we'll take that as a positive. It's better, not worse.
It is better, yeah.
Last thing I will ask you, Chief, before letting you go, I know Valerie Plante mentioned this today. Where are we on body cams? We've been talking about this for years and years and years.
Yeah.
Where are we on that?
Well, body cameras, it's been 2-3 years. The Minister of Public Security decided to take the lead and gave it to the QPP to make a pilot project. The pilot project has been done. They got the result, and now we're waiting to see when they're going to give us the green code, the green light to be able to start in Montreal. But from the last information that I got, to be honest with you, I think it's between now the Public Security Minister and the Justice Minister, because it's one thing to have the cameras, but we have to make sure that the justice is being able to have the capacity to receive all the data to put it at the court and to show it as a proof. So this is, I think, where we are now. We're hoping to have some result during 2024.
All right. Chief, as always, appreciate your time. Thank you so much.
It was a pleasure.
Fady Dagher, Chief, Montreal Police Chief, on how the last year has been shaping up. And I think the thing to take away from there, anyway, that fact that 20% now of the new recruits are from diverse communities, something that's never happened in those kind of numbers. So that's something to be thankful for.